All right. I think we are live. Excuse me. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday afternoons, messages of love from above. Hope everyone has been having an amazing weekend, has the rest of an amazing weekend. And let me just make sure YouTube here is saying that we are live, and it is. So it must be true. Right. So welcome, everybody. Hey, shout out to some of my YouTube channel members. Johanna, hello, hello. Mystic Bond, hello. And Holly, hello, everybody. Good to see everyone. So before we jump in, let's bring some love into these moments, into our own hearts, our bodies, and raise our love vibration. Let it fill us up and flow out to the world. So we'll start off by coming back to right here, right now. Step out of the chaos, step out of the future, step out of the past, and come back to right here, right now by focusing on our breath. So we'll take a big, deep breath in, hold it for as long as you feel comfortable, and release it how you'd like to. So in through the nose or mouth, etc. Hey, CJ, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's take a big, deep breath in. Beautiful. And then we do have our amazing singing bowl, which I love, love, love. Beautiful energy. And I'll hit it 3 times. Each time, just imagine a waterfall of love, eternal, unconditional love energy flow down and fill us up and then flow out to the world, helping raise the love vibration of the planet, because we know there's a lot of low vibration experiences out there, and we can help balance it by multiplying this love together. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. Just going to put her back here on her perch, on her throne. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. Faith and love, you love that too. I love singing bowls. This one I actually bought offline like decades ago, where you could click on a little sound bite and actually hear it. When I did, all the hair stood up on my arms, and first time I hit it and did it in person, I went somewhere else. I was like back in Tibet in a past life somewhere. It was amazing. Hey Nova, hey everybody, good to see everyone. Jeep, hello, hello. If you're new to these readings or new to my channel, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, which is very important in life and especially on this channel. So welcome, welcome. And welcome back, all my friends and my regular watchers. So glad to have your energy here with us today and for your thirst of hearing from spirit. So I love that. Oh, you had singing bowls in your Reiki classes. Oh, yeah. Beautiful amplification of energy. It's almost like, we can look at ourselves as a singing bowl, and the vibration that we're putting out every moment is either higher vibration or lower vibration too. I feel like we just resonate. The Tibetans believed that when we have lower vibration experiences, it kind of creates holes in our energy field. And when that's why they created singing bowls. The vibration um, is known, and they believe that it would raise our vibration and fill in those gaps that the lower vibration had created. So I love those. All right. Well, if you're new to my channel, how the free readings work, I do go down in order. First come, first serve down the chat. The chat is the list. There's no special list. You just put your question out there. Or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. Spirit knows all, and we'll pull cards and see what messages come through for you. But free readings are usually 1 to 2 cards. So so that's how those work. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those readings. So I step out of the free readings to complete those. I dive deeper in them too and pull more cards. So if you want a deeper little mini reading, then a donation of any kind can do that. You can donate by using the super chat or in the description box of the video. We do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And whatever dollar amount you're able to give is the perfect amount. I know all of our finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country. I know there's cost of living differences and rates of exchange differences and all sorts of stuff. So I know when you give from your heart, perfect amount. What else? What else? After I go through all of the donations, then the second priority are any of my YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green with their little badge. That's there. And they get it's part of their YouTube monthly channel membership. And if you're interested in that, I have 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and YouTube does give me 10 free each month to give away, which I gave them away yesterday. We actually have some winners in here. We got Holly and CJ and Mystic Bond, some of the winners. So on Wednesday nights, I have a 2-hour from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Time free readings for my YouTube channel members. So you can come in and we pull, regular readings, we pull oracle readings, past life readings. We kind of mix it up too. We did animal spirit guide readings, and even I had 2 decks, one of birds and one of plants and trees, to find out what bird and plant you were in a past life and what energy and message they wanted to bring to you today. So it's really cool, the different things we do. And that's Zen Cricket, again, $2.99 a month. I have a higher level praying mantis, which is $7.99 a month. So in addition to what you get with the Zen Cricket, on Thursday nights, we have another 2-hour session. And then Friday and Saturday nights after my evening sessions, I have an hour. And after this session today on Sundays, I have an hour with my praying mantis members. We also learn and grow in that group and do different things. Like we're currently reading Trust Your Vibes by Sonu Chiquette. We've read like 12, 13 books. And when you're a Zen Cricket, not a Zen Cricket, a praying mantis member, you have access to all those. It's almost like a book on tape, because I read like for the first 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes of the session. And you can listen to an entire books. I'll put you to sleep though. My voice gets very calm, and people often say, especially in the evening sessions, people are like, I was listening to you and then I woke up 3 hours later. Which I don't take offense. I know I have a soothing, calm voice. All right. So we'll get into everything here. I think that's everything I wanted to say. We're going to be using the Arcanas Animal Tarot. I've been feeling this connection to animal spirits this last week as amplified. So we'll see what comes through. Let's give these a shuffle and we'll dive in. All right. So we've got here, let's see. So we have Johanna, a couple from Johanna. So we'll start there, and then we go to Jeep Jeep, and then let me see here. And then I do have Maria. Hello, Maria, via the PayPal. And then we have I don't know what 5 is. 4 is quadruple. You're just, so we have got 5 readings. I don't know what word. Pentagonal? I don't know. From Supernova. So then you will be up there. So, hey, Johanna. Good to see you. So, thank you for your first donation. It lets me give those a love and a like. So, I will. And you'd like a general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And we'll see what's going on. I have a new t-shirt, everyone. Laughter is an instant vacation. So if you need an instant vacation, laugh it up. You want pentacle readings? You want some money, abundance, huh? Let's see, they don't want that one. They do want that one from there, but that goes under there. And then that one. Right, but those are reversed. Let me just move these down here. So they want that one, that one, that one. All right. I like the little smiley face in vacation, but I'm all about laughter and joy, so I do love to laugh as much as we can. I cried enough as a child, so I like laughter more. So bottom of the deck, we start off here. You have the 8 of Swords. So you are on this wonderful, adventure of questioning your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, discovering which ones from your past have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and less than. So whatever you're looking for as far as answers around things, you are discovering some small t truths that were opinions of others when growing up that you took on as your own, like all children do. But at some point in our life, we question, going, "This doesn't seem right. This is a lie. I've done what it's told me I'm supposed to do, but I don't feel the way I was told I'm supposed to feel. It's not filling me up. It's not bringing me satisfaction. I'm not feeling the wholeness or the abundance that I was told I was supposed to." So I like this, um, clarity that's coming in. That's the bottom of the deck. That's the whole theme. Now you got the Temperance. We love our patience, but we also love that things are slowly growing, and Temperance is like alchemy. It starts off with 2 cups, that has like a base metal in one, and then as it pours back and forth, the magic slowly is turning it to gold, where out of nowhere, suddenly there is the gold and that stuff comes in, right? So, you know, it's like this message of trust the process. It will turn to gold, and it will, come in there with that as well. So we can trust that. 4 of Swords, peace of mind. And we get the peace of mind, the 8 of Swords kind of reiterated here with the 3 of Swords are our expectations. And the 4 sword where allows the little being, in this case, is that an ostrich? Like it's a peacock. They can rest with this Ace of Swords, which is access to the capital T truths of the higher realm. So I like that, that energy of, as you're seeing the clarity of life, as you're seeing things from that higher perspective, our mind is less fearful, our mind is less stressed, it's less sporadic, and it's calm, it's peaceful, and I like that for you. What is this other one here? Yeah, and the Knight of Wands too. This is the pursuit. All knights have a quest, and this knight is on a quest for the Ace of Wands. And I like that because it's like this quest to get our power back. In a way, we never lose our power. We just misplace it within ourselves, within our beliefs, because, we grow up and are taught all this stuff, all these limiting beliefs. So we feel we're limited. But the quest is to remember our power, to reconnect with our power and go, oh, here's the magic wand. I've had it all along. I stuck it in my backpack and oh, I forgot to put it there. Now I have my power. I've always had it with me. I just never used it. And this is the understanding of where we focus our energy is what grows and expands. That I'm not at the whim of the outside world, being swayed everywhere. That I'm the one that gets to choose my stories, my emotions, my energy, my physical action. So I really like that, quest that you're on here. So those cards came out together, and then we have it's like the Knight of Wands is like the number one, and then you got two cards, and then you got three cards. So it's like the Knight of Wands is the beginning of this spark, this quest of stepping into your power in an even higher way than you've had already, which you're like, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. There's exponential upgrades that we do in our lives until we're an ascended master in a lifetime, and we're like, poof, bye everybody, I'm going to a different plane of existence. Or some of the ascended masters hang around, they're just at a different energy level where we do it, yeah, until I become Jesus. And then, yeah, and here again, so this steps into, you got the Magician and the Ace of Cups. And this is cool because the Magician is, there's the magic wand in the hand, right? So the first step is the quest, the second step is finding it. And where do you find it? Through this Ace of Cups. You find this by your inner self-love, right? Because the Ace of Cups is like becoming a chalice, a holy grail, and that's the connection. The most powerful energy that we have, excuse me. Finally, the frog is gone. There's this. That's where we find the power is inward and upward, the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, and we are empowered. We realize. I think I started to say that we're not in a little child seat in the back of the vehicle being driven around in life, going, I don't know where we're going. We're actually in the driver's seat. Creator is our co-pilot. All of our spiritual posse or all the puppies in the back excited to go for the ride. Where are we going? I don't care. Woohoo. So I like that coming in here for you. Yeah. And then you have the Five of Wands. So that is the transformation of the energy from lower vibrational to even higher vibrational. And then you have the Chariot. Here's that power of choice I was just talking about, where you're realizing I'm the one that gets to choose the story, the emotion, my energy, my physical action, and releasing everyone else from doing theirs. Yeah. And stepping into the Emperor seat, the Aries energy, this this energy of letting go of, and again back to that Eight of Swords, letting go of all the opinion of all the self-appointed advisors in our life that are telling us, you should do this, you should do that. This is who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, blah, 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 right? And at some point, the emperor is like, thank you. I appreciate all the advice that you're giving me out of caring for the kingdom, for the empire. But I got some decisions to make. So everyone clear the throne room. I decide. I put a plan together. I put action to it, and I take steps towards it. And I feel like that's where you're kind of stepping toward, is really taking control of your life, taking your power back with the wands, and then making plans and stepping forward with that too. So I like that. And then let's take a look here to give you an Akashic Truth Oracle. All right. Well, zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah. I love these cards. You have stand your ground. So here's that power energy. There's something you want to fight for, yet you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. Yeah, so this is you choosing for you and doing what you're wanting to do, and pursuing what you're wanting to do. So I love that power. So that's what they have for that one, Johanna. So thank you for that. So many blessings to you. And Morgan the Void, hey, hey, shout out to another one of my YouTube channel winners. So you are very welcome. Congratulations. Good to see you. I am well. Hope you are well as well. All right. Hey, everybody coming in. Good to see everyone. Happy Sunday. All right. So that was number one. And then number two, let's give that a love and a like there. You want messages from your spirit guides. All right. See, do they have I feel drawn here to an oracle deck, which is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. Ooh, all right. So let's take a look here. This is the one where you had the owl came out for your friend as a confirmation the next day. So let's see. Do we get the owl? Do we get the owl? Nope. We get burden. Oh, okay. I love those trees. I think those are aspens. The Sacred Journey Markers, card number 43. Let's see what comes in here. So, what burdens are you carrying on this part of your journey? I had noticed in your previous reading on the bottom of the deck after I had moved some cards, I saw the 10 of Wands, which also represents burden, like a lot of trees. But so I feel like that there's this energy that you're carrying a lot. Are you transporting those of others out of generosity or codependency? Is this burden so heavy that it slows you down? This marker asks you to stop and look at your responsibilities, your commitments, and all that you bring with you on your journey. Are you clinging to an unhealthy relationship out of fear? Are you taking on the burden of others to prevent them from getting hurt? Do you know that this enables others to avoid learning their lessons and doesn't really help at all? I know, right? That was a big thing for me. I used to be an over helper till I realized I was a crutch for people and they weren't learning their lessons. And I'm like, oh, oh, I know, wow, right? So drawing this marker encourages you to release others to their own path. It may also be time for you to ask if you're helping because you like being needed. I know I was. If the answer is yes, then the message is truly to let go of this burden, for it's born of self centeredness. It was. Release the burden of others to the divine. They also have their own angels and guides, just as you do. So trust in the divine plan for all. It was such a hard thing to do, but so glad because you release the responsibility of everyone else's choices too. On the sacred path to Avalon, you must be aware that you pack all the essential wisdom tools you will need to chart your course. Integrity, kindness, compassion, discernment, discretion, faith, forgiveness, truth, and love are but some of them. Once your tools are counted, see if the rest of what you're hanging on to is appropriate. This is the time to leave behind any unnecessary burdens and to know you have the strength to carry what is yours. I like card number 44, the master number, letting go after this one. So, excuse me, I love that for you. Oof, oof. But, the 10 of Wands brings in the energy of, you know, um, realizing doing like an inventory of where you're investing all of your energy. And, you can have three buckets that we talk about when we talk about the 10 of Wands. Sometimes in life, we're all taught everything is important, everything is urgent. Lies, oh, lies. Really, there's three buckets. One bucket is like, what we feel is truly not what we've been told, but what we feel is truly urgent and important. Bucket one, right? Bucket two is what's truly what we feel is important, but it's not urgent. And we can kind of take our calendar and split things out and slowly work on those things. And then the third bucket, right? We've got you know, those things that are urgent, but they're not important, and we don't really need to invest energy in them because they'll take care of themselves or fall away or whatever. They're not important, right? So we can do that. Yeah, right. Little spread thin, yeah. So it's realizing it, okay, what is truly, sit with it and go, is this truly important? Oh, I've been told this is important. And you're like, no, it's not. One way is, am I going to die if this doesn't happen? Okay. If I will, then okay, this is that is important, right? But we can really look at it and go, well, no, if it's sometimes it's what will people think. That's why we feel it's important, but that's not truly important, right? So I like that. um, yeah. Oh, and then Akashic Truth Oracles. Let's see what else they have here for your messages. But I like that, releasing yourself from the responsibility of everyone else's choices. Well, and this talks about burden. I love this. Gotta love spirit. This deck I just got a week and a half ago, and I've been using it since then. And the messages are always right on the money. You've carried this burden far too long. Shame, right? It's time to release the guilt that you've placed on yourself and start a new chapter in your life. Set a new goal and begin taking action toward happiness. So I love it. Boom, boom, shakalaka. So there you go. Wonderful, wonderful message. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. So many blessings to you. Yeah. It was a huge transformation in my life. I didn't, realize, all of us, and I imagine everyone in this chat or watches this video, we're like, yeah, we grew up feeling responsible for everyone else because we were taught by our parents. You made mom sad, you made dad mad. Oh, I'm so powerful. I impact everyone's emotions, so I'm responsible for everyone's emotions. No, that's just a manipulative tactic that parents use. When we realize I am the only one responsible for my emotional choices and stories and all that, but so are they. So you can give someone the world and they can still choose to be unhappy. So it's a great release. Yep, you got to find yourself somewhere. I love that. Sometimes you carry so much, you're just like buried somewhere, right? Where did I go? Yeah. And then it's like we're taught, give to everyone else, and if there's anything left over, you get the crumbs. But that's when we find that Ace of Cups on the inside. We find our self-love. We fill up, and then everyone else gets the overflow. And then it's like, yeah, I like that. So that's what they have for you, Johanna. Thank you again for your donation. So good to see you, as always. All right. So up next, we've got Jeep Jeep. So thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And you want to know what can you expect for next week based on current energies? So what is headed your way? All right. All right. Evidently that one. Got these two. And then what else? 1, 2. Cut that one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Looks like you're jumping ahead here. Because you got 1 card, 2 cards. Normally, 3 follows 1 and 2, but it jumps to 4. So there's like you're leaping ahead somewhere next week. You got the Chariot card on the bottom of the deck, Jeep Jeep, and this is about victory and movement and choice. A lot of choices, a lot of movement that's happening here. And let's see what this is all about. I got the 4 of Wands. I like that. There's joy, there's celebration, there's stable energy, solid foundation of energy. So I don't feel like there's this spike up and down, at least in the beginning of the week, because it starts off feeling very solid, very joyful, very a lot of solidity there. And then it moves into here, the 3 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. 3 of Cups is joy and celebration and even community. And the Knight of Cups is movement of emotion that comes in. So there definitely is something here that, with two that like I think that, my main two celebration cards of the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Joy, joy, celebration, celebration. So definitely it feels like something's coming in that can be celebrated based on current energies. I know I want to see what's going on here. What is all this about? Well, yeah. Queen of Pentacles, a lot of birthing and abundance that's coming in here. So maybe that's what's coming in here. And this transformation of abundance, feelings of lack and not having enough transforming. So maybe you're going to have some sort of windfall or some sort of financial or feeling of abundance come in. You do have the High Priestess. So there also is this week of trusting your intuition. And with the Eight of Wands coming with that too, the Eight of Wands is a lot of messages coming in from spirit, from the spirit world. So I feel like you got choices to make, and there's a lot of opportunity for windfall and joy and celebration coming in. But it's really, really important for you to trust your gut, trust your connection with spirit. And the Eight of Wands is saying you're going to be flooded and inundated with a lot of signs and synchronicities and different messages that are going to be all over the place. You're going to be seeing them in the outside world, road signs, um, overhearing things in a coffee shop or a restaurant, um, you know, license plates, all that stuff in the outside world. You're just going to be like, wow, I'm seeing this being repeated several times. Oh, there's a message, right? Or mental stuff where they're touching things in your brain, or emotional flood of like your heart knows what this means. It's not in words, but it's in emotion and an energy just happening where you're like, whoa, what's this? Guidance, guidance, guidance. A ton of guidance you have this week. So it's important with the High Priestess, trust your gut, but also make sure you take some quiet time. Maybe even start off the day. Can you sit somewhere quietly and just breathe and open up and go, all right, what do you guys want me to see today? And then keep your eyes peeled throughout the day as well. So I like that. Very positive, very great opportunity, again, for joy, celebration, abundance, maybe even some gatherings coming in as well. And let's see here. Let's pull an Akashic Truth Oracle here. Whoa. All right. Sorry you don't get five messages. We just only one. We'll leave some for the rest. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look, expand. So beautiful opportunity. Just to says you're being asked to expand this next week. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. So I love that. What a great message. So that's what they have for you, Jeep Jeep. So thank you again for your donation. Always good to see you. To donate, Kate, and for anyone, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. We have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Square. So whatever works for you. And there's no set dollar amount. So if anyone wants to make a donation to prioritize their reading, you can do it any of those ways. You're welcome, Jeep. All right. And then let me see here. So we did that there. And then, so we have the PayPal that came in here. So we have Maria. Maria, thank you so much for your donation via the PayPal. And then when we come back, we'll hit Nova. Not hit her, but, hit your 5 questions. You could probably take me, Nova. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, here for your days of your lives. So appreciative here. So let's take a look. What are Walter's thoughts and feelings today towards you? So what's going on with Walter's? So thoughts, I feel like that's thoughts. Got some feelings. What's this feels going on here? All right. Little extra feelings happening today. And his thoughts on your late chatting last night, messaging. All right. That was that virtual get together we talked about, huh? Let's see here. All right. I feel like that one too. All All right. And then what's coming for you and Walter this coming up next week? All right. We'll do with that one. And nope. Anything else? No, they said just one. All right. And then, of course, let me pull your Akashic Truth Oracle before I forget. Well, it's on my mind. I'll just put it right there. All right. Yes. So, thoughts, first of all. Yeah, they definitely have new thoughts. In the Queen of Cups, a lot of emotion. This Queen of Cups, of course, rolls over the cup suit, gets a second portion of cups like all queens do. And so they're this Ace of Swords, they get a lot of their mind. I this is a fresh clarity around emotions that's coming in through their brain. I like that because normally we're getting this, conflicting mental stuff that's going on, right? With everything that they're going through. And it feels fresh, it feels rebooted, it feels like a restart, right? Um so we have that. No, not Billy. I'm not Billy Bauer there. Kate. Should be bruddaZEN by what's in the description box of the video. So that's definitely not me. Don't pay him. All right. But I like this for you, Maria. There is this fresh restart, this, um, you know, uh, reboot of how they're looking at it. It's almost like they're allowing their mind to start thinking about emotion. So I know. What was this all about? What kind of conversations were you guys having? I don't know. Blah blah blah. Okay. And then what feelings are they having towards you now? Yeah. So we do have the Three of Cups, which is joy, joy and celebration. I like that. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, look at all this emotion. Three of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups. So a lot here, a lot of emotion that's flowing. But be aware of the Three of Swords. This is the feelings and the fear of heartbreak and disappointment, which we have talked about, right? So they're allowing their emotions to flow, and but there's that fear, that we've been talking about. So it still exists there, of course, because you know um, they trusted people before and got screwed over. And they don't think of you in that way, and that's why they're allowing this flow because you're consistent, you're vulnerable, you're transparent, you're real, and so they're like, well, you know, it's like I don't want to go out of this box because there's scary monsters out there. But when they're in this, it's like they're showing me like in a transparent box in the middle of a desert, and they can see for miles around, and they're even up on a hill. That they're like, well, there's nothing to be afraid of here because of your transparency, because of your realness. It's allowing them. It's like I don't know why they have like a little squirrel that you want to feed, and your energy just they feel safe. They looking around, they're like, "There's nothing to be scared of," and here's someone offering me this, and they like that. So I like it. Yeah, be aware, right? Yeah, just be real, right? So I like that. Um, so and then after that, we've got his thoughts on your late night chat. So let's take a look here. There's quite a few here. Let's see what we have here. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we have the Nine of Wands. A lot of passionate energy and energetic attraction, and then but balanced too. So I see that they are, with their attraction and, this energetic and physical attraction that's going on between the two of you, right? That there's this, he's does want to balance it. He's like, no, 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 no. let's not rush this, which is cool. And then the 10 of Pentacles, um, and which is about abundance and relationship, and the 6 of Swords, which is movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So we have that transformation that's coming in with that here. So I like that, that there's a lot of thinking, a lot of movement. There's I feel like you guys have been communicating a lot more, and so things are the heart runs into things fast. But the mind and the passions that he's trying to hold on to here. Yep, thank you, Kate. It did come through, so thank you so much. So a lot of thinking, a lot of consideration of wow, what a relationship would look like, and got them thinking. They're really looking at stuff, and there's that attraction. It's like things are kind of leaping ahead a bit, right? So we definitely want to just kind of, yeah, movement is good, but like Spirit's been saying, whoa, Nelly, whoa, let them get out of their old situation, let them get out of that, let them transform, let them do that, which is funny because both of your spirit guides know you guys, and it's like, yeah, one step at a time. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I like that. All right. And then what's coming for you and Walter this coming week? Yeah, King of Cups, compatibility. The King of Cups is one of my compatible partner cards, that where you guys just fit like a glove, and you just realize, um, you both have been looking for someone that's like you enough where you're all the important things just click. And I feel like that's what's coming here for you guys is just like, yep. It's like, you've got this connection, you've got this similarities, and it's like you guys even laugh the same. It's just kind of it's like you're just seeing the more you talk and the more you guys bring thing up, you're like, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. All right, now it's getting weird. Me too. So I feel like that's kind of where you're really, really just realizing it here. Yeah. So it's funny. And then your other one, yeah, you might need professional assistance. Like this. It may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. And it's funny because your spirit guides are doing the not that therapy is bad and not to downplay it at all, but it's like your spirit guides going, you guys need therapy in a fun way, just like you guys are goofy, you guys are crazy, and they're like, oh my god, here you go. But I do feel like you guys are almost like therapists for one another. They're reminding me, I had a really good friend, that we would go for hikes and different things, and we would take turns. Like one weekend it was all about them, as we're walking, they're just like bleh, throwing up their entire life, and we'd give each other wise counsel. And then the next weekend would be me, bleh, and then they would give me wise counsel, and that's the kind of thing that we have. It's like you're are this kind of therapy for one another, and that's funny. I like that. All right, so that is what they have for you, my dear. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you again for including us in your weekly days of our lives, your Sunday edition. All right. Absolutely. So good. Oh, you're at your grandma's right now, Nova. Yay. Glad you're visiting Grams. Yeah, and we're about to start for you too here. So thank you for all of your donations. The grandma's house. All right, so let's jump in here. So your first one, so you have five here. Here's question number one. Let me grab that here. All right. Yeah, Sunday's episode. All right. So let's jump in here. So you want to know, first of all, so thank you for your first donation, Nova. What do spirit guides want you to know about your life and if it'll ever turn around and get better? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Looks like they're going to stick with tarot for your first one here. So let's take a look. What do they want you to know? And will things get better? All right. All right. So you have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which the Nine of Wands represents blocks and perseverance. That even though you might feel you've been hitting your head up against a wall, that because usually they have like someone with a bandage on their head because they've been feeling like they've been pounding against the wall. But this is about persevere and that you are going to find a way through this block that you feel you can't get through. And even underneath that, you have the Ace of Wands, which normally you'd see like nine wands being a fence. And then in some versions, they'll have someone grabbing one of the Ace of Wands. There's the Ace of Wands grabbing your power and stepping in your power, which happens because you take one of those staves that are forming the fence and it opens a perfect place for you to slide right through and to move past it. So, I feel like they're coming in here with the underlying energy of absolutely just persevere, keep going. You are going to make it through. You have the ability. You're never given anything more than you can handle. So when you feel like you're almost to the place that you can't handle it, just remember, I'm never given anything more than I can handle, so I can step through this and just hold on another moment, right? Um, so I do like that. And then I feel like we want to go to this other one. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So this is about being true to your authentic self and embracing yourself, not shrinking who you are, not feeling like you have to be small, not feeling like you have to, ask permission to be who you are, that you are a bright sun and the sun just shines brightly upon every planet in our solar system and it doesn't ask for anything in return. It's just itself. And if people are like, oh, you're too hot and can't take it, like, we'll put on some sunglasses, put on a sun hat, get in the shade or get in the cellar for all I care. But I'm not dimming my light. I'm going to be who I am. And I like this, strength that's coming through here, right? Yeah, oh my gosh, and all this stuff here. Yeah. So it does. You've got the Six of Wands, which is victory and support. And this is the Six of Wands, usually has someone on top of a horse being celebrated by a lot of people. It's your spiritual posse. It's all your spirit guides cheering for the journey that you've had and the victory that you've had, right? Remembering you are a gassy a gassy star. No, you're a star. This is your dream. You have come here on purpose for a purpose. And to trust that you're not here by accident. You didn't just you weren't a star that fell from the heavens accidentally. You came down here to experience this life, right? So you cut your hair short, it's up to your chin. Oh, okay. Wow. And slightly above. You feel like you've really fought hard to be here just for it to feel the same as it always has been. Oh, yeah. But it's not. And then I know it feels like it feels the same, but it's so much lighter than 6 months ago, 9 months ago. And, but you are balancing here, and they are telling you with this King of Cups, you will balance your head and your heart. You have the power, the king rules over that. And the Eight of Pentacles shows that just put in the blood, the sweat, the tears. You will have success. You will have transformation. It will come through. So the Eight of Pentacles does tell you that just keep going, keep persevering. you have the power to get through it all, and you know do the things that help you focus on the higher vibration, right? It's like, oh, I feel like I'm drowning. Well, just do the things that pull you above water so you can take a big deep breath before you feel like you sink again, and pull yourself up, take a big deep breath, just keep breathing, keep pulling yourself above the flood, above the water, and allow yourself to breathe and do those things. Listen to that music that uplifts you, you know, get out into nature, do those things that help you do that, right? Let's see what else they have here for the Akashic Truth Oracle. Yeah. So you feel depleted. You are overgiving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate. Reevaluate your relationships and commitments, or you may soon risk your health deteriorating in some way. So they're saying this is where you're at here, right? You've got this where you feel depleted because you're not resting, you're not rejuvenating through eating and drinking and proper rest, doing those things that bring nurture to you. I'm glad you're at your grandmother's, because I feel like grandma is gonna like, all right, gonna force feed you if you if you don't eat. So I like that. She's like, look out, here I come. I love your grandma's energy. She feels like a, you know, like she would be on a ranch. She's tough. So don't mess with her. Let her feed you. So I like that. Right, Nova. So that's what they have for your first one there. I love your grams. And then thank you for your second donation. So number 2 is, what do spirit guides want you to know about your strengths and weaknesses? All right, let's take a look here. I love your grandma too. See anything strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I am being drawn here. They want to speak through a spirit animal. So this is the spirit animal oracle. I'm glad you're in a place where you feel loved and supported. All right. Yeah. Too funny. All right. So you do have coyote spirit coming in here, which is trust in divine detours. Card number 16. I feel like there was something at 16. Yeah. So it says, do you find that you're being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Maybe. Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the next right choice, the best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or it just disappears into thin air as if you've been tricked? Coyote Spirit's trickster energy is designed to bring you into situations to teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Perhaps you're revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life that you're intending to co create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. So, coming back to gratitude, right? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Coyote Spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the forms of your desires. Even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote Spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. I like that because when we get caught in that loop of I'm failing, I'm not doing things like, because you're talking about strengths and weaknesses, right? Weaknesses are a judgment that we're like, oh, this is where I'm failing. This is where I'm not good. This is what I'm not meeting the mark on. But instead of defining yourself by situations, look at them as experiences. It's like um, something that we can learn in life is that when someone is does something, we can label them because of what they did instead of looking at the action separate from the person. And that's what they want you to look at is separate your actions from away from who you are. Because truly you are a powerful, eternal, supernatural spirit being made of unconditional love. And the stuff of the outside world are just experiences. If you go on a roller coaster ride, you're not the roller coaster ride, you experience the roller coaster ride. So you're experiencing these things in the outside world. We truly don't have any weaknesses. We don't have any failures. We don't have any mistakes. We just have experiences that were lower vibrational, which we came down here to experience on purpose, right? We signed up for different rides and different experiences. So, like it said, we can appreciate and understand more of who we really are by experiencing these opposites. So instead of judging ourselves and beating ourselves up for these experiences, we realize, wait a minute, I signed up for this and I wanted this so that I can understand and have gratitude for the opposites. It's like for me to understand gratitude, I have to experience complaining, victimhood, feeling lack, feeling less than, and then to experience what peace is, come down here to experience chaos. And the more I realize this is just experiences, not definitions of who I am, I release myself from such a high bar of judgment and um, have less and less of that inner negative self-talk that's all about, you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're a failure, blah, 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 yeah, blah, 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 right? There's a protection message for this card too, what I want to read here. And it says, sometimes a goal is so enticing and alluring that you lose your footing in the pursuit. You begin to fixate on capturing this prize, whether it be an opportunity you've always wanted, a relationship with that elusive someone, or the promise of that big break. Coyote Spirit warns you that this trickster energy seducing you now will yield nothing but disappointment and unnecessary heartache if you let yourself be fooled. So, being drawn into, all the stuff of the outside world, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? That we're like, oh, this is going to make me feel better. No, it's making the foundation what we find on the inside, inward and upward, that eternal unconditional love. When that becomes our solid foundation, then we can experience the outside world in a completely different way than we have, right? And Great Spirit wants the best for you. So when your plans go topsy turvy, know that Coyote Spirit is present to protect and bless you. Listen to her gentle warning not to take the world so seriously or become too attached to the form and timing of your desire. Something better is beckoning. And if you learn the lesson and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see that crooked, though oh, see that. Oh, sorry, I just was misreading that. If you learn the lessons and lighten your heart, it will not be long before you see uh, through that crooked path that may have been. and that you were on the right one all along. So you see the path is not being crooked, and you go, "Oh, this was perfect. I see why I wanted to go on this road and why we had that," right? Yep. Emotional. Yeah. Not eating, not drinking, not resting, a lot of emotional, lower vibrational energy. It is exhausting. So it's time to do those things that we mentioned, right? Eat, drink, step outside, listen to some happy music, and focus on what you're grateful for. Just start with, I'm grateful that I have another breath. I'm grateful that I have good eyesight. I'm grateful that I have good ear sight. I'm grateful, that I can play guitar. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that, and see what happens here. Yep. And then forgiveness is your message that's coming in here too. And it says, withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone, or maybe even yourself, so you can stay on the path of your highest potential. Like it said, you're on the perfect path. And yeah. So perseverance was the thing before, right? So know that you're strong, that you came down here on purpose, and that there's no wrong choice, just different experiences. So, forgive yourself, forgive others, allow yourself, love yourself enough to eat, love yourself enough to drink, and love yourself enough to step outside into nature. you know Love yourself enough to look at what are you grateful for about yourself, and that can be tough when you're feeling low about yourself, but start writing all the things you love about yourself. See what that does. Right, my dear, hang in there. And then number 3 for you are messages from your higher self and soul. Let's see here. Yeah, they are coming at you with animal spirits. So this one is the spirit of the animal oracle. That one was the spirit animal oracle. This is the spirit of the animals oracle. Yeah. So let's see what they have here for you for this one. All right, there we go. I I just like that. You had two cards fall out on the last one and two cards fall out on this one, but when I looked at them, they jumped out here. So you had what was this one? This one was, oh my gosh. I had a feeling you were going to get Coyote again, but you got Coyote Spirit twice. And I should have said it. I bet you're going to get the Coyote on this one too, because here they are. Revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. In fact, maybe I wore this one for you today. Laughter is an instant vacation. Laugh more. Why are you being so serious? Yeah. So don't focus on that you haven't felt like being in a good place. Focus on good place, right? This is about changing it. And coyote energy is survival, stealth, ingenuity, cunning, trickster, escape from traps, wise fool, playful, teacher, transformation, and wisdom. Among Native American cultures, coyote has been called the trickster or the wise and foolish one. We've all been the fool and we all have been tricked, but it's all a part of life. We make mistakes, fall down, suffer bad choices, yet learn from them all. The person that can learn will survive and thrive. Coyote teaches us to play and celebrate life daily. Coyote asks us to laugh, especially at ourselves, and not take life too seriously. Coyote medicine is associated with youthful energy, childlike wisdom, and lifelong learning. Coyote people are asked to be students of life. Even journal, what have I learned through this? What am I learning through each of these, situations? Coyote wisdom is seldom delivered directly, but comes from the long and winding road. Yes, we will fail, be fooled, be deceived, and worse. We may fall down 7 times, but get up 8 and win. If coyote is your totem animal, you will be assured of success if you learn from mistakes and never give up. So they're telling you never give up. To laugh, adapt, transform, and thrive is the heart of coyote medicine. So you definitely have a coyote animal spirit. I feel like this spirit guide is someone that's with you in like every lifetime, as a human being, and that they teach you to laugh. They teach you to not take life too seriously. And, they'll do things so that you'll have something to laugh at yourself about and that you can be like, yeah, what am I worried about? Let me laugh. Even if you start off just, ha, 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 not a real laugh, eventually you're going to crack yourself up. And so it's about choosing joy, choosing gratitude, right? Four things that they bring you here. One, they ask you, have you been taking life too seriously and lost your childlike joy? Yes. Number two, are you learning from your mistakes or are you caught in the same old trap? You might feel like you're caught in the same old trap, but you've been learning, you're growing. If you look at, you know, a year ago, like we talk about, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you've learned so much, and you're learning more. Number three is someone trying to deceive you. Or are you trying to deceive yourself? Right? You're definitely in a crab shack. You're so funny. And then number four is they're saying, don't be tricked. Don't be tricked by these whispers of judgment, these whispers telling you that you're small and you can't do it and you're failing and blah 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 blah. They're saying, connect with coyote spirit. In fact, why don't you like draw one or paint one or, you know, listen to coyote howling music? I just feel like it's important for you to connect with your coyote animal spirit guide. And then, yeah, and have compassion for yourself. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend to yourself, be a loving comforter who always has your back. There you go. Boom. All right. So that's what they have for that one for you, Nova. And then for number four, message from Kurt's spirit. All right, Curdy Pie. What do we have from Curdy Pie here? Whoa, cards are flying everywhere, but it's because I'm looking over here. They do want you to have the wisdom of the hidden realms. So let's take a look here. Have compassion for yourself. Quit being a bully to yourself. I love that. I got bullied when I was young. We moved around a lot. And so don't be a bully. Don't be a bully to yourself. Yeah. And then you got the hungry ghosts. Card number 14. It's about obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment, right? When the hungry ghosts appear on your path, they may not at first seem like allies because they represent your constant focus on the past and the consuming desire to know the future, which rob you of your true present. But in fact, they are here in service of alerting you to obsessive thinking and addictions. They're masters at magnifying repetitive behaviors. Here you go. The message is for you to examine whether you're doing the same thing over and over while expecting a different result. This time will be different, and I have control over this, are false statements and a sign of deep denial of the truth. So now is the time to let go of that thinking. Surrender your will, your life, your heart's desires, and all that pains you to the divine. Order will be restored in your world. The hungry ghosts also bring understanding about the distractions of life that seduce you into forgetting what you really desire. They're asking you to become aware that what others want and what the culture dictates will make you happy, um, may not be what's best for you. So what culture says may not be for you. Don't get caught up in outside appearances. All that glitters may not be gold, at least not for you. Look beyond the veneer, and you will find the true substance in your life. You deserve nothing less. When they come as a challenger, it says the hungry ghosts can come to challenge you and give you a sign that you may have succumbed to fear of lack, which is whispering in your ear and that you'll fail. Whatever it is you've intended, you've stayed too long in the desiring stage. Longing and yearning have become your constant state of mind. Are you comparing your experiences with others? Do you envy their success? Do you judge yourself only on your material accomplishments? Are you afraid that there will never be enough or anything and none of your dreams will be there upon awaking in reality? Perhaps you've turned to compulsive eating, shopping, working, or drinking to distract yourself, or some other compulsive habit. Let go of the illusion of lack and accept things as they are, perfect, abundant, meaningful expressions of the divine. There will never be enough for the hungry ghosts that challenge you, for the only experience they know is scarcity. It's not your job to feed them. They will lose their power to haunt you. Trust in the abundance of spirit. Wow. So I like that energy coming in here. This is from Kurt, which totally understands addictions and understands these hungry ghosts that they try to feed, and could never feel like they were satisfied, right? Yeah, here we go. Coming back to gratitude. How to get through here. There's always something to be grateful for, even in the darkness of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you're thankful for instead of focusing on what you don't feel is working well in your life, right? Changes the energy, it changes it, to go in a different direction. Now, you know, you- and you're so brave to, admit and that you have addictions and that you're aware of them and you're trying to overcome them. Something to consider if it's available to you is, you're already seeking help in a matter of ways, and maybe ask, advice from those trusted souls that you found at that, gonna call it the safe shack, the safe place, right? Um, and, um, see, is there some sort of recovery place somewhere that you can go where they can help you overcome the addictions, because that is something that you revert to and then it takes you, down into nothingness, right? um but I feel like, definitely, like those individuals mentioned, you need something much sooner than a month away, and that there's, people that can help you, right? Yeah. So, there's a lot of people that can help you, and now is the time to do it, at your age. You don't have to do it alone, and you're trying to do it alone, and it's not a failure to go ask for more help and to see if there is somewhere that, you can go to and spend some time with them doing that, right? So when you're no energy and you feel low and you feel like you can't do it, sometimes we need helping hands to help us up the hill, right? You're exhausted, and asking for help's not bad. So consider that. Maybe. So that's what Kurt wants to do. He's like, get help. Don't try to do it yourself because he tried to do it himself and he did himself in instead. So that's why he's saying, stubborn, stubborn. He knows he was very stubborn. He's like, get help. All right. And then for number 5, thank you for all your multiple donations here. For number 5, you want to know, how will you continue to grow, develop, and change despite your challenges and obstacles? How will you continue to grow and improve? All right. Yes, he knows. He knows he's been, to that point, and um, you know, whether it's we're ashamed or we're afraid what people will think, blah blah. He goes, and I don't think that's a bad word. He's like, screw that. Do what you need to do for you. Get help. Don't, you know, keep putting it off, and going in a rut, trying to feed the hungry ghosts. They're like, they don't. You give them something to eat, it falls through them. They're a ghost. You can't feed them. You need to go to someone that will help you with those ghosts. Help you with that. They're so funny. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look here. So, growth and development. How will you continue to grow and develop? And then these two. All right. Yeah, bottom of the deck, I mean, you've got the high priestess. So, connecting with your spirit guides, making sure you're taking time out of the chaos to connect to the higher realms and to your spiritual posse. Of course, coyote spirit is howling in my ear right now. I hear him, oh, and they're like, yes, connect to us. It's important. Part of your growth is realizing the outside world can point you inward, but it's your growth, you turning to higher wisdom, seeing things from a higher perspective, that allow you to do that and allow you to move forward. Bottom of the deck too, you have the Ace of Cups. It's about everything in the outside world is going to fall short. We're taught growing up, right? Our worth is going to feel fulfilled in like relationships of all kinds, situations of all kinds, and things of all kinds. You're going to find it out there. And then we eat of the outside things of the world. We drink of the outside things of the world, and we feel empty. We feel, it's like eating American Chinese food. You eat it and you're hungry an hour later. It's not fulfilling. And so everything in the outside world eventually falls short and is disappointing, unstable. It turns us inward and upward. And that's where we find the solidity of who we really are, right? Eternal, supernatural, powerful beings made of unconditional love. And then we step into that, we connect with that eternal unconditional love. That becomes the foundation, right? So no matter what challenges and stuff we experience in the outside world, it all points us inward. All points us inward and upward. And then ahas come, right? Let's see what else we have here. Yep. So we have the devil card. Here's that energy, that comes in, and um, it's rattles our cage to show us the small t truths, the outside world, the lies of the outside world, and we eventually see the cage that we're in, and then you know, again, we turn inward and upward, and we find the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love that dismantle what we've been taught growing up. That this outside world stuff is just experiences, but we get to see the capital T truth of who we really are. And the Six of Pentacles we've talked about before, you know, um, and for anyone that hasn't seen this before, if you see this channel often, let me see, here it is. You've seen this before because Spirit shares it a lot. This is a little video about the Six of Pentacles, and it's about the out of balance giving and receiving that we, you know, come upon when we're young, and when we feel we have to give so much and we deserve so little. This is our feelings of lack, where our feelings of smallness come in, and we generally develop those between 7 years old and younger, even back into the womb. And so there is this transformation that comes in of our worth and understanding that subconsciously there's a lot of that running. And when we change that and we transform that, then that changes things, right? So I do feel like, that's the challenges show us, again, every relationship, every situation in the outside world is a mirror showing us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. We'll keep experiencing things over and over again because it's pointing us inward and upward to go, oh, I get it. and and we do eventually, right? Yeah, you do. You'll continue to hear, you're in the process of questioning your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped. That's the journaling, that's the counseling, that's the reflection. And we realize, like we talked about before, we see all the small t truths rooted in fears that we've grown up with. And then the clarity comes. The Eight of Swords is a great number. It's a flow of thought, it's releasing of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And you have the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So it's the cycles. We learn things. And when we look at challenges and obstacles and growth in our life, it's what this world is, It's not um, so much of, like a vacation spot. We come here for the adventure. We come here for the journey. We come here for the challenge. Um, and it's part of our cycle of life as humans that we get inundated when we're young with all of these falsehoods, and then they're like, all right, now go figure out what the truth is. And that's our journey, is figuring out what the capital T truth is through our experiences and that. And you have the sun card. Inner child work comes in here, really looking at this. And then also, you know, this bright, sunshiny victory, and again, the realizing that we are this bright sun, and that a lot of people have beliefs around the sun, what the sun should do and should be, and whatever. But the sun is themselves, and I really find that you discover more and more about yourself through all this too, as it comes in here. Yeah. Release. Tears are release too. Yeah, and and you're learning. Here's the full card. So you got the world card and the full card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And we knew it coming down here, how tough it is and how different this realm is. But also, you have the magician right after it. You have the power, to be able to do this, to have this uh, whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. In the chariot, there is movement, there is victory, there is the realization. One of the big things I feel like you learn is, through all these challenges, is that I'm seeing a pattern. I get to choose the story and my emotion and my energy and my actions. I can't control anyone else's, thank God. And no one can control mine, thank God. I am the only one, even though I took on all these stories growing up, I have the power to change those. Even though I was taught growing up, I have all these emotions I'm supposed to feel with certain situations. I'm the one that gets to switch it. And then we look at, my energy, that I'm supposed to invest energy in certain things, like focusing on my fears, focusing on what I desire, focusing on what I hate, focusing on lower vibration. But that just draws in more lower vibration. We realize, wait a minute, I wield my magic wand. I can focus on higher vibrational things and grow those in my life instead. So, I like that, the awareness of all this as we go through life, we realize I feel out of control because I'm trying to control things outside of my control. When I return back to me and look at what I'm controlling in my life, then I get my power back and so much more joy in life because you're not trying to save the world or change the world or trying to become something you're not. You are allowing yourself to be more true to who you are. And there's that's part of the journey here. So, and you're not alone. I mean, if we had a giant, I mean, really, if we all talked about everything we've all been through and are going through, it would be like a giant group therapy session because we'd all be like, "Oh yeah, none of us are having these lives where there's nothing going on mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. There's always something that we're experiencing. It's the adventure, right? Yeah. And so they say you have a courageous heart. Your Leo energy. It takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. Yeah. So get out of your head and into your heart. Let your heart guide you. Let your spirit guide you as well. Hey, Deb. Infinity. Hello, hello, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. And definitely. So Deb has a lot of to offer. And we mentioned her channel. If you haven't checked it out, there's a lot of breathing exercises. She definitely has gone through um, a wonderful adventure and is on the higher road of it, where but through breathing is a huge thing that she's helped too. Yeah, a lot of release, a lot of love from a lot of people coming your way too, Nova. So. So that is what they have for you for this one. And I see you have another one. So we'll make our way back around there. And yeah, Dajanique, yeah, I do see yours here too. Let me see where we're at here because I did get a couple of other donations in. So I'll give you an update on where we're at on donations. And let's see here. Yeah, actually, you'll be up next, Dajanique. And then let me make sure the same name. Yep. So, and then Kate will be up after that. And then we'll come back to Nova. And then after that, I will, if I don't have any other donations, I will start on my YouTube channel members. Their names are in green with badges. And then I will, um, come back around and do the free readings. I'll be on for about 30 more minutes, and Sundays are special. I do it differently in that whatever I don't complete in this session, after I go spend an hour with my praying mantis members and I go eat, I'll come back on in the afternoon and finish all readings today. So you will get messages today, might just be delayed a little bit. So we definitely will have that. Yeah, Dojanique, yay! Okay, so let's dive in here. So, Dajanique, thank you so much for your donation via the PayPal. I like that. And let's take a look here. Let's find your question here. If you didn't put it up top, um, pop it down below, and we will find that here. Ah, there it is. So, what was the meaning of the dream you had last week? You still remember it. You also, of course, much didn't get. Oh yeah, yeah. You were like almost last night. I was like, you always one away. And there's a lot of dreaming going on too, for sure. So we'll look at here and see that. And oh my gosh, I mean, these eclipses have been crazy dreaming, like for 6 weeks or more. Just been so like distinct and even like I woke up like at 6 a.m. and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep for a while. Dreamt and dreamt and dreamt and dreamt, and I'm so glad my alarm went off, because we were I was moving someone, and we opened up this room, and it was packed full of stuff, and I'm like, "You're kidding me, we gotta move all this stuff," and then the alarm went off, and I'm like, "Oh, thank God it was a dream." It was funny. Alright, so let's take a look here. Definitely a lot of stuff, happening. Alright. Yeah, right? The Lion's Gate, it kind of just yeah, just so much. It was like it did feel like around that time is when it kind of all started, and, actually, this whole year has just been crazy. We got so much. We got, like, super moons and, like, 3 blue moons and multiple super moons and Pluto doing all sorts of stuff and Aquarius, and we got all this stuff that's just it's a lot of energy, a lot of upheaval of things that are going on. So we'll take a look here and see what is going on here. And all right. Yeah, we definitely it feels like you're with this dreaming, the bottom of the deck. Let's start there. You got the Ace of Swords. A lot of new clarity, a lot of newness of energy, a lot of newness of communication coming in. And then you also, your first card out was the Ace of Wands. So, we definitely have these two, I mean, huge beginnings, right? New spark, new awareness, new clarity. So I feel like the dream is preparing you for a new adventure, some letting go of things, because you also have the Fool card, the zero, the first card in the major arcana. And, there is this energy of you know, releasing the old and allowing yourself to have no guardrails in this new adventure, letting go of expectations and having this flow go forward because you've got the four of swords coming in too, which this is like letting go of expectations and see things from a higher perspective from the ace of swords, which you got right from the ace of swords perspective, allowing things to fall away, allowing things to cut away as well. Sorry, it's getting bright here. There we go. A little better. Maybe too that's too dark. A little more. There we go. So adjustments, right? Adjustments of things and seeing things differently. But there definitely it feels like there's this release of things that are happening and um you have the seven of cups, which is a lot of different emotions that are bubbling up and being released. And that's what's happening in our subconscious, our little dream time on our little movie screen is a great time when our minds are asleep. Our little security guard is asleep. Then our soul and our spirit guides, are able to have this this energy to come in there and and to be able to transform things and to flow through things, especially emotions too. A husky. Oh, and is there a husky here? Um, but I love that. I love the movement and the cutting of things because you even have the eight of swords, which is flowing and letting go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve anymore. That come in here. Well, it's okay because you have a dog here. That was a cat, but this is a dog. And you have the two of pentacles. Here's the choices. I feel like they're preparing you through a lot of mental and emotional release to be able to make a decision and make a movement in the outside world. Because I do feel like you're being called here. You've got the judgment card, which is your higher self calling you to a higher place. And Eight of Wands is a lot of energy of people in the outside world. Um, Not people in the outside world, messages in the outside world coming in from spirit all over the place through the physical world, through the mental world, emotional world, energetic world. And I feel like they're just giving you a lot, a lot, a lot. Um, but they're preparing you, they're giving you a here and showing you those new beginnings in the judgment card, two X's, double endings, double new beginnings. And then, there's this um, all these messages coming in throughout all these things in the outside world. So they're preparing you. They're not just giving you going, look, here's the change. And you're like, they bring it in through our dreams and they start bringing it in through the outside world to ease us into it so we don't freak out and explode. But I feel it will come out of nowhere. You got the Knight of Wands too, which is fast moving energy that comes in. So I feel like this is preparation. So the dreams that are happening and the amount of them. And the eclipse season is all about endings and beginnings. And we've got the fall spring equinox that we just hit, which is about things falling away and things springing forward too. So we've got a lot of that energy that's happening, and they're preparing you for it, um, so that we don't go into shock with the changes that are coming that are for you with that too. So I like that. Let's see here too with the Akashic Truth Oracle. I just noticed where you live, and I actually lived there for 16 years. It's too hot and humid for me there, though. Still cooling down up here in Colorado from living there. That's funny. Yeah. So listen. Yeah, definitely spirit is encouraging you to continue to listen and watch for them here. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. So yeah, this beginning, it's time, this change that you're being nudged towards and for is going to come to fruition here, and you're being encouraged. Watch the signs, listen to it, and follow your heart. So I like that for you. Right. So that is what they have for you, Dejanique. I love it. So thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right. And then let me just make sure here. All right. And then we have Kate coming in. So, Kate, thank you so much for your donation via the Cash App. Cash App, yeah. So let's take a look here. So, Kate, let's see. And Kate, if you haven't put your question, oh, there it is up here. I think. Let me make sure. So, does Craig love you? Right? That is your question up there. All right. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Kate. So, Craig the Virgo and Kate the Sagittarius. All right. Let's take a look here. Just going to take a quick sip here and realize I haven't even drank my coffee. How am I even functioning? All right. So, based on current energy here, tell us about Craig's love or not for Kate. Tell us about this, please. All right. I'll do those two. All right. That's interesting. So you got one card, two cards, one card, three cards. Does it feel like with them it's one step forward, one step back, or like two steps forward, one step back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. This feels like, um, it feels like a pattern with them, that I'm picking up just with the organization of the cards they're bringing through that it's kind of like, a rubber band. They're here and then they're back. They move forward, they move back. They move forward, they move back. And it's like, dude, you're giving me whiplash. But they got a lot going on, and we'll dive more in here. But with the Justice card, they really are trying to figure some things out here. And they've got this, the balancing of the scales, the Ace of Swords. And so they really are trying to figure out in their life who they are, what they truly want, what does their dream come true? What does success in the outside world mean for them? And because below that, we got the Star card, which is dreams, and King of Pentacles, which is abundance of the outside world. Just feel like they're in a place of a lot of questioning about the core of who they are. So it's like midlife crisis energy, but that's kind of like just giving an underlay of what's below the surface there, what's kind of impacting all of their life, not just specifically you with that. So let's take a look here. So we have the Strength card, Leo energy, inner child energy. So, they really are, digging deep and trying to understand themselves, trying to move forward here. Leo, fire energy, they do have attraction towards you. We haven't seen emotion yet, but there's more cards, right? So, we've got this energy of, um, you know, the courage and the strength to move forward, the movement of their inner child, the movement of trying to figure things out, and this not wanting to be caged kind of energy. I feel like this is where it started, right? And so there is this emotion, there is this attraction, there is this stuff that's going on there. And it's like, okay, that's a good start. It has to start somewhere. Usually with humans, it starts off, it doesn't start at love at first sight. It's usually attraction at first sight. So there was definitely with this fire energy, there was this attraction. They've got this Leo energy about them, this fiery type of energy, right? Yeah, and then it felt like a new beginning, a new adventure with the full card that is coming in here, and the Knight of Pentacles. So slow moving on the adventure, though it does feel like a new adventure that, was coming in here in the movement forward. So it does feel like, they're giving you kind of a history and a background before we get into these other cards, your spirit guides. Let's give you the details. Let's show you where you're coming from. Let's go on this adventure. But which very much, is um, you know, the adventure is your Sagittarius energy, right? You love adventure, you love travel, you love, the excitement of that fire in that. And then that Virgo, they're big thinkers, right? So, it makes sense that they've got all this overthinking going on and evaluation of stuff. But that's also what slows down the process. It's like the red tape. You're like, "Oh, let's go on a vacation." Well, we need to get passports, and we need to do this and do that and do this and do that and that, and you're like, "I just wanna go." And they're like, "No, we need to do this first," right? And you're so there's this wonderful, you know, exchanges between, I feel. Alright. Then the Queen of Wands. So here is I don't know if there was a push or like your fire, this would be you with your Sagittarius energy. You can put things and make things happen. Let's go. Fire, fire, movement, movement, action, action. Let's go. Um, and I feel like sometimes that scares them a little bit. Excuse me, because they like to figure things out. They like to have everything planned before they make, these leaps and these things into action. And it doesn't fare well um, to shove a Virgo, right? It was a Virgo, right? Yeah. Um, because it's like, no, they just resist. And so there's this and it might not even be like intentional that you're pushing or that you're They can just feel your energy wanting to go. It's like a puppy sitting there with their tail. They're like, "Oh, you are excited, even though you're behaving and sitting there. They're ready for the treat. They're ready for the whatever. Go, come on, come on, come on." And it's just like your energy kind of makes them feel like, "I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to jump into things. I want to take my time. I got to think about it." And you're like, "Oh my god." So let's take a look here and see what we have here. Yeah. So they are caught in this place here, Kate, because they've got the Hierophant again. This is a lot of the thinking, looking at what's the capital T truth of things. Let me see how things are. What's going on here? Blah 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 blah. Right? They got all that going on here, and they're looking at their expectations and the fear of disappointment, and this that's holding them back. And here you are, the 7 of Wands, again, this fiery energy of you being, "I am me, I will not dim my light for anyone, I will not ask permission to shine, shine right." And this again, this I don't wanna say that they're fearful, but they've got fears. They're like, No, I've gotta make sure that everything is in place before we take the second step." And it's like, "Oh my god, what's the worst that could happen? We'll get through it." But they're like, "Oh, no, 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 no," right? So a lot of caught up in all this. I don't feel that love is not possible. The Hierophant is, Taurus, Venus, ruled by Venus energy. So there is love below the surface there, but they just don't. It's just like they can't get past the brain guard. It's like they have their heart on a very tight leash, and so they haven't allowed a whole lot of um, movement in that. I see here below the surface, you got the High Priestess, you've got the Six of Cups below the surface, which is past life connection. So you guys definitely have this draw together, which is probably what has them like going, "What is this? I haven't felt this before. Why do I have this draw to this person?" It's like, don't overanalyze it. Can you just enjoy it? No, I must analyze. It reminds me, I have a close friend who is a Virgo, and I lived with her for a while. And we went for a big walk, and there was this beautiful white flower. It's like they live in kind of desert community, and I went and I looked, and I was like, "Wow, what a beautiful flower." And then their Virgo kicked in. "It is this flower, it's named this. This is the Latin name for it. This is what it's used for. And do you know that the roots can be used for medicine and this and that?" And I was like, "Can we just enjoy the flower for what it is?" But that's the Virgo like energy that can happen. Big thinkers, big analyzers, tons of information. And that's what's coming through with that there. Let me see here, Kate. So I feel like there is emotion below it, but it's held very tight, and it's going to be a while. It's like you have to buckle down for the journey and the adventure with them. Let's see what the Akashic one is here. Yeah, mirrors, and it does happen when things are going slow. It does give us time to reflect on, you know, me questioning my thoughts and beliefs and my emotions that don't serve me anymore, allows me to raise my love vibration. While they're doing all their little inner stuff, it's a good opportunity for us too. Says you're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and your intuition. So it's, if you feel like you have the patience to wait for them, you can at least use this time, even while you feel you're patient. Like, I'll give them another month. During this month, use it for reflection. And if at some point you're like, all right, but you guys have such a lot of past life connections, I feel like this is a fated relationship to experience in this lifetime. So, realize you did sign up for this relationship, at least for as long as it lasts, so that you don't feel like they're doing something to you. That this, you can ask yourself, Is there a gift in this experience? What is the gift in this experience? Why did I want this to happen for me? Can bring in some clarity for you there. All right. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kate. So thank you so much again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let me see. I don't think we have any over there. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Sorry, that's a loud scrolling, isn't it? All right. So Nova, we have Nova and then Kelly. I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes. So I should be able to get through those. And then for everyone else waiting, I will on Sundays, like I'm on for 2 hours and then I go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members and then I go eat. And then I'll come back on and I'll complete all readings today. So you will get messages today. Might just be a couple hours but I will come back and I'll answer everything. It'll be a separate stream, and then I actually put the order in which the readings are completed in that stream, so you can find where your reading is more easily. Oh, when you come back on there. So, right, you're very welcome, Kate, and thank you again for your donation. All right, I don't think I need to make sure here. All right. So let us jump in here. So Nova, thank you for your additional donation. I'm so grateful. And you wanted to know here, what other messages does Kurt have? I'm sure he has something interesting and helpful to share, right? He's talkative for sure here. And I know, I think you and Shanji were talking about some shrooms. So thank you guys so much. And Deb, all of you, for all your love and support for each other. You just blow me away with all the love and support. I just am so grateful. Right. I feel like Kurt is bringing us to the Wild Mystic Oracle. Will you get a coyote? Again? Let's find out. So what does Curdy? Yeah, right? Yeah, I feel like you had some release and some beautiful energy. Your coyote spirit guide coming in, right? All right. I don't even know if there is a coyote in this one. Let's see. As I pass by here, I think that's a starfish that you got. No, because there's no coyote in this deck. But you got sacred, and here's a star. But in this case, it's not a gaseous star; it's a starfish, I believe. Yeah. So let's see what Kurt has to offer here. He says that this represents the sacred geometry and symmetry of nature. From the fractals of succulent plants to the Fibonacci seed spirals on the head of a sunflower, many natural forms correspond to mathematical and geometric formulas. Throughout history, philosophers and even scientists and mathematicians have ascribed the remarkable symmetry and geometry of the natural world to a higher power. This is reflected in the architectural symmetry of places of worship, ancient temples, and spiritual artwork. Spiritual artwork. This card tells you to look for the sacred in the mundane and the supernatural in the natural. And when this card comes into a reading, it's a reminder that we are all unified, similar, and akin to one another. It is a symbol of our connection to each other as well as to the divine. And whatever the divine might mean to you, this card signifies our links and bonds with one another through not only our similarities, but also our differences. And this card might be asking you to rise above a situation or seek enlightenment. The shadow energy that comes with this says this brings information that you may become preoccupied with the things that separate us from other people. We focus so much on our differences that we've forgotten our connections. Reconciliation with others or with the parts of yourself that have fractured might be necessary. Kind of that forgiveness, looking at how alike we all are instead of how different we are, and how instead of feeling separate, feeling unified and together. This does bring in the element of water, and the flora that this resonates with is walnut, chervil, I guess, cheerful, Chervil. Don't know what that is. Frankincense, sunflower, lily, and buttercup. Stones that resonate with this energy is amethyst, ametrine, celestite, brown jasper. And spell work that you can use with this energy: communication with divine energy, meditating on the self, invocation work, and angel magic. But definitely the sacred and this connection to the spirit world, I feel, is what he's bringing in here and really focusing in on. That is what um, is important for you, is connection with that, right? Right. Yeah. And it talks about fractal imaging is like they put in formulas and it creates this geometry, these beautiful in-depth things, and that there is in that there is this message of design. There's so much design, and yeah, connecting to your coyote spirit, connecting to Kurt, connecting to spirit, and sitting and listening, being aware of the messages that they're bringing, channeling through your music, channeling through your journaling, channeling through artwork too. I like that spiritual artwork coming in here for you. See what else Kurt has here for you. Yeah, the soul's whisper. Your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truth to you. In the quiet moments, listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path. Yeah. So listen to your soul, your higher self, your spiritual posse, creator. But I love that for you. So his message is, there's so much, you're a part of the universe. You're not separate from it. And focusing in on the connection that goes so deep in this life, it's such an important piece for all of us. We're all in this together. There's more that connects us than disconnects us. And even the things that we feel disconnect us actually connect us too. It's amazing that we're all part of a giant sea. And even though we can experience life as a drop that goes up and becomes a cloud and becomes a raindrop, which becomes a puddle and a stream and a river back to the ocean, we're all still a part of one another. And so, connection to the spirit world, connection to everyone in the world, knowing that we're all together in our journey and our adventure. Even though this lifetime humans would come here to feel like what it might feel like to pretend to be separate, when we're really like, it's like the fingers. Let's pretend that we're separate and we're not together. Okay, we're individuals. Not really. That's funny. Kurt, are you high? What's going on? But that's what they have for you, my dear. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you so much for your multiple donations. And I'm glad you're feeling in the presence of spirit around you right now, and the love of so many people, so many of your brothers and sisters, or however we identify in here, that you're not alone. All right, my dear. So sleep well over there on the other side of the planet. Give your grandma a big hug for me. She'll be like, who? bruddaZEN. He says hello. Here. She'll be like, you're a nut. All right. All right. And then Kelly, we can probably get you in here. So let's give you some love and a like here for yours. And so your super chat reading is, what's the biggest thing holding you back, both known and unknown? Oh, wow. I love that. And you're very well. Good. And so you got an email response here. I'll check that out here after in the afternoon. So I'll respond to you. You're very welcome on that dream interpretation. So what's the biggest thing holding you back? Known, right? And then unknown. Ooh, okay. Oops, I do want those two. Let's see. All right. So the bottom of the deck, we've got the devil. Dun 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 dun. It's us. This is shadow. It's Capricorn, Saturn energy, and what holds us back is our cage of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Right. All this stuff that we grew up with, these limiting beliefs that teach us that we're small, restricted, blinded, bound, trapped, less than, all that deliciousness. We're convinced this has got to be true. It's what I've been told all my life. So I feel like that's the underlying energy here. Um, but let's take a look here and see. So, what's known that's holding you back here? Yeah, you've got these choices here. You've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the Lovers card, you got the Four Wands, you got the Marriage card, the Lovers card, and the choices that are here. And the power of choice, I feel like something that's holding you back is the definitions and the expectations you have around what love is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And I feel like it, it's up in here, like you get it, um, with everything that's coming in and, you know, um, it just, you feel that trap. You feel the trap of so many expectations. You've experienced a lot of disappointment, a lot of lack, a lot of things falling short. And I feel like that, that's holding you back. Like, I get it. I get that these thoughts hold me back, right? So I feel like you get that. Excuse me. And then, but what I feel is unknown is the Six of Cups, past life connections, past life energy that's below the surface. That our access to the Akashic records are below the surface in in our subconscious. And I feel like that's the thing you don't know that's holding you back here, and that there's some old ways of looking at things, some old definitions, and there's a lot of history below the surface. And you have the Queen of Swords, which this definition of the perfect mate, these beliefs in lack with the Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is the freaking patience, and last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is what abundance truly means. So you've got all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what the outside world is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, that we have. But you've got both this lifetime with some strong um, belief systems that have been formulated there, but past lifetimes too. And we don't realize how much subconsciously that our subconscious is interacting with our Akashic records and past life energies, especially in this lifetime. We have a lot of energies that are opening us up to, um, the it's like we have higher and more clearer access. I guess more clarity comes as we evolve, but the energy has allowed us more access to the Akashic records. So we're influenced a lot by past life energy than ever before, in this human um, iteration of our existence. So there is a lot of stuff that's below the surface. And I don't know if you do past life readings or if you've done past life deep diving for yourself. But you can kind of think about what past lives, you can sit in meditation, you can journal, see what comes through, what past lives, especially if you want to focus in on relationships, what messages, what lessons they had. I also do past life readings if anyone's interested. There's a link in the description box below to see what those come with those, if you're interested. All right, so let's take a look here, and then I actually have the Akashic Truth Oracle. Yeah. Yeah. So you've got reach out. And I like this. It's like you've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help. So reach out to ask for support at this time. And I feel like that's with your spirit guides and spirit animals and different things. They can take you on this journey and this adventure, into those things, and they can guide you, with all of that as well. But I feel like there's a lot that you can glean from that. So interesting, right? Unknown. Who knew? All right. Well, I do need to head off here. I'm actually starting right now. I need to head off. So, Holly, you'll be up first when I return. Let me just grab some print screens here. So, when I come back, I will. Holly will be my first, and we'll dive deeper into there because of your donation. And then I will complete the free readings for my YouTube channel members. And then I will complete all free readings as well. So I'm going to spend about an hour with my Praying Mantis members, and I'm going to eat. And then I'll be back on after that, and we'll finish out all readings today. So thank you guys so much for all your patience in getting to those. But we will make sure that you do get those messages. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. Used to be really good at that. All right. And then right here is where I left off. All right. Perfect. There we go. Oh, no past life readings yet. I like that. Gatekeepers of the Akashic Records will contact you soon. There you go. That is hilarious. I love that. How perfect, Kelly. All right, everybody. Thank you again so much for all your love and all your support and your thirst for seeking after spirit. And remember, every second of every day of your life, that you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, I will be back, like I said, in a couple hours to finish out all readings. So I'll see you then. And I do post a list in that video in the comments of the order in which the readings were completed. So, definitely check that out when I return. All right. So much love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Zoom, zoom, zoom.